Building peace within myself that will then vibrate out to my community means to me being able to be brutally honest with myself about all aspects of me, the light, the dark, the gray, and being accepting of those things. Personally, it took me a while to get to that place, especially growing up in a society where I wanted to be accepted, I wanted to be liked, I wanted to be hired. So I was often altering things that felt authentic to me to please someone else. And at the same time, I was betraying myself because I didn't feel comfortable in who I was in my totality. So creating that peace for me looks like radical acceptance of oneself and moving from a place of self-love and reverence, which I feel like comes with self-acceptance, that will then allow me to see someone else and be less judgmental because they're human like me. They have light and darkness like I do. So I think learning to be able to love yourself, accept yourself, but also have compassion for yourself allows you to then have those things for other people.
But she really, when I was wrongfully convicted, I had to, really dig into my own mental health journey. And there are circumstances that some of us end up living in where, those practices are needed on a consistent daily basis, like for survival. And sometimes we take that for granted in easier circumstances and easier lifestyles and think that like every day doesn't need to be about focusing on your mental health, but it really does. And for me, it's, I would say my individual positive peace centers around balance and harmony. Finding balance in life for me started, I guess, with making peace with who I am, loving who I am, and then balancing that with what I do and having to navigate your way, from jobs that you may not be your passion to then finding your way to your passion and then getting to your passion and realizing it might not be as high paying as jobs that you weren't passionate about and really having to navigate that, but finding that balance. Um, we're not there yet, but eventually ITF will, get to a place where we're teaching our high risk youth about surfing, which is to me is one of the epitomes of like finding balance in circumstances that you have no control over. The gods of the oceans are going to send waves at you that are completely out of your control, but you can always, with the right technique, with right practice, with repetition and discipline, you can find beautiful peace and harmony on any wave of your choice. And we've seen people do it on waves that are literally death defying. And I've seen, kids do it on, little kitty waves and feel like they just conquered the world. So